is Ashley of Ashley Otters Crochet, and this is my YouTube channel. I'm a fiber artist who loves to crochet. I started crocheting this past year and I've been obsessed with it since I made my first stitch. I'm familiar with various fibers, I worked with different weights. Crocheting came to me when I needed it and I had free time that I didn't want to spend without thought. I stumbled upon some shorts of crocheters working on their various whips, which inspired me to try to create with my own hands. Since then, I have delved into different reaches of the crochet community, learning new stitches like the shell stitch, the jasmine stitch, and overall just trying to refine my craft. I'm 22 years old and I use she, they pronouns. I'm panromantic demisexual. I was diagnosed with ADHD when I was 20 and I have vasovagal syncope. I live in an apartment with my boyfriend and we've been together for 2 years. We have 3 cats, one who recently passed named Zuko, and the other 2 babies are named Aang and Snuggles. Aang and Zuko were brothers, both a year old, and Snuggles is 9 years old. I went to school for marine sciences with a minor in sustainability studies. My overall goal was to get into chemical oceanography. I wanted to get into radiocarbon dating and radiography and that kind of thing. My favorite hobby is probably just spending time with my friends and family, and of course my fur babies. I am a plant mom. Dumb as that sounds. Yeah, I have a couple of plants that I take care of as well as my babies. I do like to read, but I'm more likely to listen to an audiobook than I am to pick up a physical book. Despite the fact that I have the desire to expand my physical book collection. I'm into alternative / emo / metal music. I listen to Latinx, the occasional K-pop, which I recently started getting into. I've listened to quite a bit of Japanese metal. I'm a theater kid at heart, and during one of our productions, I was able to learn how to tap dance. So maybe I'll bring that out in one of these videos. Probably not. I played the violin for 5 years in middle school and high school. So I listen to an array of music. I will pretty much listen to anything. It could be the heaviest of metal. It could be, I listen to sea shanties. Of course, Broadway, show tunes, Disney music. I like AJR and Post Malone. Yeah, I will pretty much listen to anything. If I could travel anywhere, I'm pretty basic. I'd probably go to Sicily because my family is Sicilian. And, I'd love to go to Rio de Janeiro for Carnival. I think that would be pretty cool. My boyfriend really wants to go to Japan, and I would love to see the rainforest in Costa Rica. And one of my dreams is to go scuba diving in the Great Barrier Reef down in Australia. I am scuba certified. I have my open water certification. I was able to get that while I was in school. I've been wanting to make videos for years, honestly, but I never really knew what I wanted the videos to be about. And then, I came up with this channel and my shop by using a nickname that was used by my family. They call me, the nickname that they used for me while I was growing up was Otter Poppins. I've always been in love with sea creatures, hence my major. And when I was younger, apparently I absolutely loved Mary Poppins. So hence the name Mary Poppins, or Otter Poppins, that's my nickname. And then from there, it became Otter, and I used that to create the name for my channel and my shop. I want this channel to be about my crocheting journey. I'm relatively new to the fiber arts, but have stuck with it long enough where I think it would be fun to log my progress and see if anything comes of it. I don't know if anyone will actually watch this, but I think it'd be fun to have a track record of, you know, how far I've come. And this will also give me space to be creative and just overall just to have fun. I originally got into crochet to make amigurumi, but have fallen in love with creating like apparel. The shrug that I'm wearing, it's the prototype for the shrug on my shop, but like it's super comfortable. I love this thing. It has thumb holes, so my hands are protected while I'm crocheting, so I don't have to worry about like my hands getting cold, which is very nice. All of the clothing that I offer is and forever will be size inclusive. I am a plus size individual, and I know the struggle of trying to find, you know, clothes that fit you. So I want to be a source of equality and inclusivity. So all of my clothing will span from an extra small to a 5X. I run an Etsy shop called Ashley's Otters, and I also have a coffee page by that same name, Ashley's Otters. I was inspired by different crocheters and knitters. My favorites are TL Yarn Crafts, Pashio Knit Kelsey, Made in the Moment, Vivian Stitches, Ikoxun, Ikoxun, and Miss Moon in Heaven, along with some others. In the next year, I want to get a schedule figured out for my uploads and become more confident in front of the camera. The theater kid vibes are vibing, but it's gonna take a little while for it to feel natural. I approach a new project by thinking about what yarn I have in my stash and what would make sense for me to make. I know a lot of fiber artists like to have the wall of yarn behind them. Personally, that just isn't appealing to me. I don't like the consumeristic aspect of it. As much as I'd love to go out and buy all the yarn, I know realistically I won't be able to use that much yarn within the next couple months, maybe even in my lifetime. So I prefer just to keep a small stash that, you know, gives me inspiration and allows me to grow a little bit, shrink a little bit as, you know, I go through my makes. And that's no hate to people who love big stashes, no hate to people who like tiny stashes. Personally, I just prefer to have a smaller stash. It's more sustainable for me, and especially in the small space that I live in, it just makes more sense for me. And for everyone else, just do what makes sense for you. With that, you know, I've made plushies for, you know, I made a plushie for my sister's birthday, and I've made plushies for some friends. I've made clothing to learn some new stitches, and honestly, I like the idea of being able to show off the stuff that I make, so clothing is kind of perfect for that. I try to be good at planning and organization, but I know it can be difficult for me. I've been able to keep up with an inventory spreadsheet as well as a photo gallery for all of my skeins so that I always know what I have on hand, and especially for my shop items, it makes it easier for me to know like what I have to complete a commission and like to make sure I have enough. My next video will probably be the start of the series called Crochet With Me, where I'll film myself making a project, i.e. like an order or something else that I've thought of, and basically just chatting along while I crochet. The idea is to have me filming like the project itself, you know, how I came up with the idea, how I ended up with a finished piece. Ideally, it would have the start and the end of a project in one video, but that all kind of just depends on how fast I crochet. I tend to be on the slower side, although if I am in the mood, I can crochet decently fast. But yeah, so that's me, that's who I am. Thank you for tuning in. I hope that we can go on this journey together. All of my links will be in the description, and give me a like and subscribe. Otter out.